adventure today. Quoted from this chapter, Chekhov advised, if you want to work on your art, work on your life. That's another way of saying that in order to have self-expression, we must first have a self to express. I just finished this entire journal, it's making me feel some type of feels. I started this in December of 2021. I had this journal for quite a bit. I journaled very little, but until I started the Artist Way, we're going into week 4, and 3 weeks of journaling, I finished half of this, which I find so insane by how much I'm writing. Yeah, it feels very safe in here. What is in here? So I have some stickers that I use for journaling. I'm gonna put this in the new one. I also have this photo that someone took for me when I went to New York for the first time. I felt weird putting this up in my house, but every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, I look so happy. I'll keep this one in here for memories. One of the hardest parts this book makes you face is differentiating between your real feelings versus the ones that you show to everyone else around you. What does "I feel okay" actually mean when no one else is listening? Without looking deeper, we take in this illusion that we're doing okay and that nothing is really wrong. We bury it all in our junk drawer and we keep it hidden because sometimes it may involve digging everything out that may not be so pretty and sorting through it all. And this can kind of look like outgrowing your job, or not really liking the direction your art is going towards, or outgrowing a friend, a person, or even physical objects that are in your space that are taking up your space that you don't feel like really resonates with you anymore. And the morning pages help with creating a solution for these problems, or at least creating the first few steps towards making that change. I think my new notebook is delivered. Woo! So amazing when I can get a good deal on something, and I got a really good deal on this Moleskine sketchbook. It's a plain notebook, so there's no lines, but I've kind of been thinking about getting a plain notebook so that instead of having a lot of structure on the pages, I can kind of doodle and draw alongside writing. I do feel kind of limited when I have a lined journal. It just feels like I'm just limited to the lines. And also I got this one for cheaper because it's a really bright lime green, but I actually really like it. Yee! It's so fresh. I found these disposable cameras from 1997 inside of my drawers. I think I took these from home. I think my dad had extras and he just never used them. And the packaging on these are just so cool. I'm not even sure if it works anymore. I did do some research when I first found them and it said that they could potentially work if they were stored properly. I don't think they were stored properly, but I don't see the harm of trying. Used before December 1997, which is crazy because I was born in 1997. No one is you, and that is your superpower. I totally forgot I had a whole collection of all of my glasses that I've worn throughout my lifetime. I think I started off with these Marc Jacob ones. This was definitely middle school. I started wearing these Vera Wang ones, which they're a little bit thicker than the ones I had before. The one that came after this was probably the one that a lot of you have seen. And then I got these. These are from NYBK. I also wear these a lot. And these were my first clear lenses, and my mom liked to call them my goggles because they look like goggles on me. And I'm wearing these. I wasn't a big fan of these ones because they're a little bit too big for my face, but the prescription is clear for me, so I'm just wearing them right now. And I do wear a lot of contacts these days. And I also had these sunglasses that my mom gave me a long time ago, but I don't wear them often. I think I feel too, like, bougie in them. Through morning pages and writing out and dissecting my feelings, I realized that I was spending so much time getting inspired by other artists that I got to a point where it was more overwhelming rather than inspiring. I was feeling more drained than wanting to actually get up and grab my pencil and make something. And what really helped me was to dig through my own artwork and become inspired by myself rather than external artists that I admire. I definitely think there's room for both, but in this period of time where I feel more sensitive about this type of thing, I'm trying to keep myself away from over-consuming other people's art and other people's creations and to focus more on the internal stuff going on. Oh my gosh! I just found an entire folder of my old artwork. And by being able to feel more inspired by myself again, it kind of squashes those negative feelings I've built up of I didn't do enough with my life, I didn't create enough art, or I'm untalented, or I'm not capable of doing anything, because once you see all that you've done physically in front of you, it's hard to not believe in it. Oh, this is like my absolute favorite piece. So much that this is the only piece that I've wrapped with tissue paper to preserve it. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor for this video, which is Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a jewelry brand that creates very timeless and beautiful pieces. Ever since I got a few pairs of Ana Luisa earrings, I have been wearing them non-stop. This one's my favorite one. It's a chunky mini hoop and I literally wear it every single day and I never take it off. Their jewelry adds a little extra to your every single day. They offer very long-lasting, tarnish-resistant jewelry and you'll feel good wearing them. When I say I don't take them off, I literally mean I don't take them off. They're always on my ears, whether I'm sleeping, showering, exercising, painting. And even after a year, 2 years of wearing them, it literally is still just as shiny as the first day that I got them. As someone that grew up using jewelry to express my personal style and personality, I feel like the vast collection that Ana Luisa has built up really speaks to all different types of styles, and everyone will be able to find something that they connect with. They have minimalistic designs like simple hoops, to cute and girly designs, to more edgy ones. I also love that they do collaborations with other YouTubers to design their own earrings and jewelry for everyone else to enjoy. One of my favorites so far has to be this one by Heart to Hannah. She's done a few collaborations with them already, including this one heart necklace that I think is just so cute, and also this one that I really love wearing myself, which is a sword, but it's like asymmetrical, so it adds a little bit more interest to an outfit. And to spread the love, I wanted to choose some pieces for my friends and give it to them when I hang out with them today. My love language is gift giving, and I really like to choose things for other people and to see their reaction when I give it to them. And these pieces make for great gifts for any occasion. If you would like to add some more pieces to your collection, you can go to my description. There's a link there you can click and use my code AppleCheeks20 for 20% off. You are no longer stuck, but you cannot tell where you are going. You may feel that this can't keep up. You may long for the time when there was no sense of possibility, when you felt more victimized, when you didn't realize how many small things you could do to improve your own life. I've had this feeling of not having a direction for myself, and yes, now that I feel less stuck, part of me feels like it's harder because there's no sadness holding me back from finding the next step, and instead it's just replaced with this feeling of being lost. I've talked a lot about this with my patrons and my friends about how I feel like I've outgrown selling merch and that I've outgrown this cute style. And part of me felt like I needed to do an entire 180 shift in my life, which ultimately made me more stressed and anxious because it seemed like a very uncomfortable, life-changing process, and it's hard to approach such a big change. A lot of that mindset came from me just not being happy about myself because I wanted to be seen as a sophisticated artist, and what I was doing felt like a waste of art. I wasn't taking myself seriously and was constantly chasing something else. So 2 years ago, my boyfriend and I went to the Valley of Fire on July 4th. Just like a spontaneous, we just wanted to check it out. And we had the best experience of our life there because everyone was too focused on fireworks and barbecues to care about the national parks. So it was completely empty. We only ran across maybe a few other cars, maybe 1 or 2 other cars of people. The feeling of just having the entire place to yourself is amazing. So we decided to do it again. You should see the car that my boyfriend rented. It's crazy looking. It was the last option available. Through dissecting my feels more, I realized that I don't have to drop something entirely or become a whole different person just because something isn't working, but to make change to better suit my needs and my wants and to pinpoint where this negativity is coming from and make changes from there. Let me show you something very inspiring.
In my head, so loud, I can't escape the thoughts in my brain, breaking me down.
Maybe I spend a little too much time online scrolling art and comparing myself. Maybe I need to create a healthy studio space with more of my own work and less outwardly inspirations as I heal. Maybe I need to lessen the work that I don't like doing and add more that I do, or find a way to incorporate more things I like into my time. These little changes can make a world of a difference, and they're more approachable than going cold turkey and abandoning what I've worked hard for already. In this week, you're supposed to list hobbies, classes, skills, and things that you like or are interested in, and you're supposed to list it out as fast as you can so that your inner censor does not hold you back. And no matter how bizarre it sounds to you, just write it down onto paper. This helps narrow in where your new interests lie so that you can start incorporating them into your life. I've been really loving hiking recently, and although I get winded within the first 10 minutes, it's something that resets me every single time. This feeling for me of just sitting on this ginormous rock looking down from high up is a feeling that I can't compare with anything else. It literally feels like I'm in a movie. I'm just wondering about all the other places that can make me feel like this, and I'm very excited to one day be able to explore all of them. I've been left. This is crazy! We found the dead bird. Run! Run! The dead bird is chasing me. Ah!
Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you? Not
Oh shit.
We out here in the wilderness. Nothing but rocks and shrubbery. We got a talking pecan. Wait, a pecan's a nut. We got some talking hyenas. Aren't there hyenas here? We got some talking coyotes. Let's go explore the wilderness. Boys will be boys.
Go. Up.
The first one tapped out. The second has tapped out as well. The third one goes strong. Keep going, little bird, keep going. I want some mashed potatoes. Yeah, I think the last road made me crave mashed potatoes. Wait! There's a UFO right there.
Where?
Right, like smack dab in the center.
Yeah,
It's like moving.
It's moving.
But it's moving like haphazardly. Shooting star.
Wow.
No, it's actually a shooting star.
We saw 3.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh my god.
They literally look like a flash before my eyes.
Did you make any wishes?
No, I was too busy saying shooting star.
I wonder if I'm getting the best view.
Maybe you should turn it around. Sit in my direction. Just from that one trip of going to the Valley of Fire, I feel so inspired. And I can tell when I'm very inspired when I lay in bed and it's hard for me to fall asleep because there's just so many ideas and kind of like, I guess, like visual manifestations of things to come in the future, like stuff I haven't done yet. So this morning I woke up at 9 despite falling asleep at like 5 a.m. in the morning, finally. I was feeling so refreshed in a way where it's like I am physically so tired from the hiking and the heat exhaustion and everything, but mentally I was so excited to like wake up and continue day by day. Like I feel so much more excited for the things that are coming, even though I know it's like stuff that's not instantaneous. I'm looking forward to so many more things and I'm not scared of it. And when I was journaling today, I was thinking how like I feel like in a way I need more exposure therapy in a way, but like a positive exposure therapy, not like when I went to the Bellagio by myself and completely like freaked myself out because it was just way too like overstimulating. For example, we sat under the stars. I don't know if this is gonna sound bizarre, but I'm not a big believer of, I guess, like spirits or aliens or whatnot, but I'm very scared of the unknown. So like by the chance that maybe they would exist, I am scared of that. And I think just like reclining on that chair and fully just like letting myself experience this anxious moment of being in the middle of nowhere with no one else around except the 4 of us, and just like sitting there looking at stars and seeing just like all the shooting stars fly across the sky, I think it made me more confident that nothing was gonna happen and that a lot of my fears are actually making me have a hard time experiencing the beautiful moments of life, and the constant worrying and the constant anxiety is holding me back from doing those things. And also one of the assignments for this week is that we had to compare our life pie, which I did one in week 1 and it looked like this. During the first week, I was already feeling like a lot of my life was revolved mainly around work and kind of it was starting to like lean more into friends because I was starting to do more of that because I realized that like I was isolating myself too much. But every other aspect of my life was kind of feeling like it was missing something. And so we redrew that for week 4, which is what this one looks like. I didn't even realize, but it did change. I totally forgot I even did the life pie. And I think now I just need to focus on maintaining it and making sure that I can balance everything out. I feel like usually when I have a lot of like future plans coming up, I feel very antsy in between the moments that are still and kind of like uneventful. And I always have this feeling of like wanting to do something very reckless or like wanting to fuck up a portion of my life to make it interesting, like forcefully make it interesting. But I like this feeling of knowing that I'm in that in-between stage, but like I'm okay with it because I'm excited, but I don't have to fill every single moment with excitement. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
내 미소에 난 취한 것 같아 자꾸만 웃음이 나
There's a market going on right now and I'm gonna go visit my friend. It's 104 degrees. Oh my god, your cow! He's so cute! Thank you so much! I had a live drawing call with my patrons the other day and wanted to cement my experiences inside of my sketchbook. I would... Oh my god! I took the photos that I took from the hike, and I typically like to do this wherever I go just to take like reference photos while I'm out. It's kind of like your own personal Pinterest board that you can refer back to and draw inspiration from that is not really like out there in the world already because it's your own photo. And yeah, I love to look back at them and feel inspired, and I think sometimes just doing like little visual diaries is a great way to kind of appreciate the memory and to draw that inspiration and to actually create something based off of your experiences.
sparkling 와인보다
Honey lavender. Part of this week's assignment is that we had to do a reading deprivation. By depriving yourself from distractions like videos, music, reading, etc., you're actually filling your well by being present. And with all the buzz, it's kind of hard to hear ourselves and what we want. I'll be honest, I did my best, but there were a few moments that I gave in and opened TikTok. I did avoid music though, and from this I became very self-conscious about how loud the silence was, and often I really wanted to just fill it. That's how my week 4 went. I didn't actually get to finish every single assignment for week 4, so it kind of carried over into week 5. If you're also following along and you're doing this alongside me, please let me know how it's going for you, and please leave some comments. And if you want to stick around, you can subscribe, like if you like this kind of content, and yeah. I'll see you next week. Bye!